Hello everybody, welcome here to the Night of Champions review. Since none of my favorite YouTubers are doing much coverage on it, I figured, well, this is my time to shine. So, yeah, this isn't real WWE footage, this is just my review of what I think about the pay-per-view. So, yeah, let's get into this CPU match, because I can't do it by myself. Anyways, let's get into it. So, first off, let's start with the pre-show, which was the Tag Team Turmoil match, which had the PTP, Usos, Real Americans, Tons of Funk, and 3MB, which was really the 2MB, Slater and Mahal. So, it ended up being where Primetime Players won the Tag Team Turmoil match in what I thought was actually a pretty good match. It's not the it wasn't the best pre-show matches that we've ever seen, but it was just fun. I was really surprised that the Real Americans were getting so much love out of all the tag teams. The Real Americans got the biggest pop. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool that the Real Americans are, at least doing something right. So, yeah. Another thing that they mentioned during the pre-show was the handicap match between Heyman, Axel, and Punk was going to be no disqualification. I thought they should have mentioned that on the last Raw, just because I'd want to know that before the pay-per-view, not like right when the pay-per-view starts and stuff. So anyways, so then the actual pay-per-view started off with Triple H. He's like, "Oh, welcome to Night of Champions," and stuff. So then he said that nobody is allowed to interfere in the main event, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. That's another thing they should have mentioned on the last Raw. Just like if anybody interferes, they would get fired and stuff like that. I just didn't. Again, I want to see stuff, before the pay-per-view, so I know what I'm going to see. Not, I don't want to look at the stuff, just like, never mind. Anyways, so then Paul Heyman and Curtis Axel came out. They argued amongst themselves. Then Triple H said, "Oh, it's Night of Champions. Everybody should defend their championship." So then Kofi Kingston came out, and it was Curtis Axel versus Kingston for the Intercontinental title. Of course, Curtis Axel won. Oh yeah. It was an okay, it was good because for those people who want to see the what would you call it? The all title gimmick for Night of Champions, now they could sleep happy. So, yeah. After that was the Fatal 4-Way for the Divas Championship, which included AJ Lee, Brie Bella, Naomi, and Natalya. So it ended up being where Natalya put on the sharpshooter on Naomi and Brie at the same time, but then AJ broke it up with a kick to the back of the head. AJ played the Black Widow on Natalya, and she tapped out. There were clumsy moments in this match. They were trying to give it their all just because it's been a while since we've seen a good Divas match. I think the last good Divas match we've seen was AJ Lee versus Caitlyn. Yeah, AJ Lee versus Caitlyn at Payback was, the last good Divas match that we've seen. So it's been a while. But But, you know, there were some clumsy moments, but it wasn't as bad as a Divas match as it seemed it was going to be. So then after that came Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam for the World Heavyweight Championship. It ended up being where Del Rio had the cross armbar or whatever, you know, over the ropes like he did. Referee counted to 5. He got disqualified. After the match, Del Rio beat up RVD and then looked for a chair shot. Ricardo came in, stopped him. RVD screwed up Del Rio, and then he performed the Van Terminator, which is basically the coast to coast that what's his name, Shane McMahon used to do, with Ricardo holding the chair for him. So it looks like this feud is going to continue on to, I don't know. It's obviously going to go to Battleground, but I could see it going to the Cell. You know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see about that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, no. Over the Limit got replaced with Battleground. I forgot. Anyways, you know, the week finish helped explain why, like, the match was put so early on the card and stuff. So yeah, I always like the Van Terminator because it's awesome. It's one of my favorite moves, along with what do they call it? I don't know. Oh yeah, Whisper in the Wind. That's another one of my favorite corner, you know, type moves. So I like what they were playing up. But anyways, I'm looking through what happened because somebody did a coverage thing of it, because I can't remember the whole pay-per-view. Oh yes, after that, it was The Miz versus Fandango in a dark match. And, you know, it was televised, but I call it a dark match because it wasn't originally announced on the card. Like, for example, I would call the Curtis Axel and Kofi Kingston match a dark match because it wasn't originally announced, but it ended up being on the card. So anyways, it was a 5-minute match. Fandango ended up tapping quickly to The Miz. Fandango ended up tapping to the figure 4 leg lock. So, you know, it was a quick, I would say, Raw length match. You know, so it wasn't all that great and stuff. Anyways, after that, obviously match of the night, or I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let me talk and then we'll talk match of the night. But anyways, so after that, CM Punk versus Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman in a no disqualification handicap elimination match. Best part of the match had to be CM Punk actually bringing out a kendo stick, yelling, "Time to die!" I just thought that was the funniest thing. Another one of my favorite parts was when Punk took his shirt off and all of the women squealed, and all the men were begging him to throw the shirt towards him. It was it was sad, but it's just funny to see, you know, reactions to people taking their shirts off. But anyways, about 10 minutes in, CM Punk eliminated Curtis Axel with the Anaconda Vice. Yeah, Anaconda Vice. And after that, you know, just CM Punk absolutely destroyed Heyman with kendo sticks and submissions. So the end of the match ended up being where, and please don't win. Okay, thank you. Anyways, end of the match being where Punk yelled, "What?" Okay, never mind that. So the end of the match ended up being where Ryback came. Oh wait. Oh yeah, another one of my favorite parts. CM Punk has the kendo stick in hand. I'm gonna break your face, and then that's when Ryback comes and spears Punk through a table. It was one of the best spears I've seen this year. And of course, the Goldberg chants start. Goldberg, I swear. Then Ryback put Heyman on top of Punk, and ref made the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And that was that. With the no disqualification stipulation, I was sort of expecting a new Paul Heyman guy. I was not expecting it to be Ryback just because of his whole bully gimmick and stuff. And I was like, what? So, you know, Punk suffered a cut and scrapes on his back from the frickin' spear through table. I enjoyed it. But I'm really surprised to see that Ryback is the new Paul Heyman guy. So, after the match, it was Ambrose versus Ziggler for the United States title. So it ended up being where Ambrose hit his whatchamacallit, that headlock driver thing to retain the title. So, you know, it wasn't that good as it seemed on paper, like, because both Ziggler and Ambrose are phenomenal athletes. I'm sorry, I have a small cold thingy, I don't know. And, but yeah, it seemed a decent match that, like, the crowd didn't seem awake for, but, you know, it is what it is. So after that, Rollins and Reigns came in the ring, and it was the Prompt on player versus Rollins and Reigns. So it ended up being where Titus just kept throwing Rollins and Reigns around, and then Rollins came back, hit Titus with like a kick, and then Reigns speared him, and then Rollins pinned him for the win. This wasn't as good as I thought it would be, just because of the Primetime Players push and stuff. I wasn't expecting the Shield to actually win. I mean, I wasn't expecting the anybody in the Turmoil match to actually win, but still, you know, I thought they could have done better, except for that one shoulder block, which Rollins sold like a freaking awesome person, whatnot. I thought that was just awesome. So that was great. Anyways, final match of the night: Randy Orton versus Danny Bryan for the WWE Championship. It ended up being where, in the middle of the match, Scott Armstrong, the original referee, got knocked out. I think he got drop kicked. I don't know. But then a random referee came in and took care of the match. Then the first referee, Armstrong, got back into the match. Excuse the second referee, which just doesn't make sense. Why would you have a referee get knocked out just to come back? And I don't know. But then it ended up being where Daniel Bryan caught Orton with his flying knee thing. Does he have a name for that? If he does, put it in the comments, because I don't know it yet. Then Armstrong made a fast count, and Daniel Bryan got the win. I was so surprised, because logical reasons, Orton won the championship, what, a month ago? Yeah, a month ago. And it just wouldn't make sense to have it switch to Daniel Bryan all that easily. But Armstrong did make the fast count, so, you know, that could play into Raw. Oh yeah, another reminder, this is being made before Raw starts, so and this is going to be uploaded after Raw. So just a thing there. If anything different happens on Raw, you know, just know that this video was pre-made. But anyways, but yeah, it just seems illogical for Daniel Bryan to be winning the championship after Orton just, just won the title. So, obviously the fast count is gonna play into what happens tonight or yesterday. So anyways, overall, best match had to be, I don't know. I would say the best match would be Bryan versus Orton. I thought that was better than the rest, which is good because normally half of the pay-per-views of 2013, the main event was not as good as all the other matches. So overall, worst pay-per-view of 2013. I don't want to say worst, but just not good. It wasn't good. And the title change, it just didn't seem good. It felt like there were time problems just because Daniel Bryan won, and then straight after that was like, okay guys, goodbye, yay, and then that's how they closed the show. It just seemed weird how they closed the show, but it's good to see that Daniel Bryan's getting another title, but who knows what could happen. Anyways, overall, I did not enjoy the pay-per-view as much as the rest, but I thought it was pretty okay. But anyways, that is my review of Raw, and I will see you.